Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, how you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. So we're here today with the file of young Kindaichi Returns. Yes, we're starting a new series here, ladies and gentlemen. Now I actually know pretty much absolutely nothing about the show. I know absolutely nothing about the show besides one thing, and that is that there is apparently a old version of it, and this is it has the word returns at the end, but it's really like a remake of the original. So we're going to be starting this as well as season 2. And that's really all I know about it. And I know, I mean, just looking at it right here on the description here, it says that it was released in spring 2014. So it's about 6 years old. So it's not that old, really. Because generally, like, if you look at most of my shows that I react to, they are generally quite old. This one really isn't, honestly. This one really isn't that old. Now, why am I doing this particular series? Someone, I'm not going to mention his name for privacy's sake unless the person wants to be named, I guess. But someone redeemed the $69.69 pence cents, actually, concerning dollar. The $69.69 Patreon tier, which allows you to choose one show that I'm gonna react to, and they chose this particular series. Now, these will be full-length reactions, so these won't be highlight reactions. So you won't, you have to sync it with your own footage, of course. Because I have actually no idea about. I mean, it says Toei Animation here. Toei Animation, I mean, granted, I know for a fact that Toei Animation will strike you down quickly, because I know that from One Piece and I know that from Dragon Ball Super how quickly they all go after you. So that's why we're gonna be doing. I mean, I was gonna do full length regardless, but now that I've actually seen that it's Toei Animation, just keep that in mind as well. So if you wanna watch along, you have to sync it with your own footage. But I will also say that if you want to get early access, you can do so on patreon.com, where you'll get 3 weeks early access, ladies and gentlemen. But besides that, let's hop right into this show, I would say. I would very much say. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, welcome. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. The grandson of a famous detective. Okay. Is this the first episode? This feels like a second episode or something. Doom, doom. That's cool and all, but is this the first episode? Just making sure. Ooh. It is the first episode. Then that's a weird way to start an IMO. Because to me this seems like a... Ooh. This is like an episode 2 kind of start, I guess. Kindaichi Kai's Files returns. Alright. For those of you that don't know, when it comes to detective shows, I know one. The Detective Conan. I love it. Absolutely love it. So now that I know that this is a detective show, rubbing my hands in glee. A lot of pictures being taken, so it's in the modern era, despite the fact that the original... To be fair, if it's a detective, I don't know how much of a plot there is, but there could be a modern take of it, in the sense of like modern times with modern equipment. That's why it's Kindaichi Returns. 20 years ago. Okay, we're going back in time. This sounds like Zelda music. It straight up does. Ah, trust no one. Trust absolutely no one, lads. Absolutely no one. The war will end. What are you smiling about? You just got stabbed, bro. The dragon eye. To the poison dragon. Well, that's most certainly a gory affair. A striking affair. File 1. Okay, so it definitely is the first episode. I was just kind of like worried whether I was on the right episode or not. What a great student. Looks like me. Looks like me as a student. Hey. Kindaichi. Just drew a smiley face. Just drew a smiley face. Fluke it. What's she gonna do? Fluke it. Okay. I already know what kind of character he is. I already know what kind of character he is. Great. Great. Already took me like 2 minutes and now I know which kind of character he is. X equals 5. So he's a smart person that's just lazy. But he got that right. Yep. So he's just... Okay. Alright. Now I even know more. Very smart in some things, but not so much. 180! Bro, 180. You know what my IQ is? The grandson of a fame. Do you know what my IQ is? I did mine when I was like 16. It was like 128. A friend of mine got 126. So I was like, I need to get. I'm hoping I get higher than him. We both took like an official IQ test. Got 2 higher than him. Run. Really? Run. 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 Okay. Okay, run. Oh, he's looking. Hey. Model. Well. Well. Yeah, so she's not ran. Ran. Miyuki. I'm trying to remember names. I'm terrible with names, as most people know. Hoodwinked. Of course I would. Yeah, hoodwinked. Bait laid out. And the trap was successful. Pamasonic. Sharp. Instead of sharp. Sharp. Sakia. Even more names. Perfect. 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 Someone like me who's terrible with names has so many names right now. Oh, rude. Ah, okay. That's probably run. Besides the freckles, I'd say. Right, that's the only thing that I noticed that might be different. Walks into him. Of course. So much for that. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. This guy, man. So it wasn't even his fault. She walked backwards. He was like, oh, no, 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 no. Not even his fault. I would have been like, I would have been that person that would have been like, why you pay me for my drink? C-pick. Is he off now? Yeah, he's off. He's like, I ain't paying. I ain't paying. Distraction successful. I ain't paying. Ah, they're gonna confuse it. Wait, that's what's going on, isn't it? He most certainly would, just based on the first 10 minutes. Huge slummy in Hong Kong called the Kowloon Palace. Okay, I could almost imagine that, honestly. Clothing store. I never returned. Shocker. Shocker. Gone. She is gone. Gone. Nah, she's behind the window. Has to, or there's like a fake bottom. Nah, she's behind the window. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Hidden, of course. They kidnapped her. Well, how do you get kidnapped without making a sound? If somebody tried to kidnap me with like chloroform or something, I'd be like, I'd bite them, elbow them. I don't know. I'd make a sound. I'd stamp my feet on the ground so everyone could hear. How are you gonna stop them? Even with a bike, even if you catch up, get the license plate. That's the key thing. Good. Good. They could track that. Yeah, there's no license plate. That's what you should have focused on, getting a license plate. And then tracing that. GPS location. Yeah. That's a smart move. I don't know why they left. Well, actually, no, I can understand why they left the window open. The brothel of the East. Well, no, they caught. Yeah, Harry gave him some sweets or something. You should have gone to the police already, mate. You should have gone to the police already. How? He's got a genius IQ. We know that much. That's not her. That's the Chinese actress. Yeah, doesn't have the freckles. Yeah. uh, Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Does that happen often? Like, do people get kidnapped? I mean, people do get kidnapped, all right. But like, do celebrities get kidnapped or kidnapped their attempt against them that often? But they have to have like stand-ins and whatnot. Nah. How does that tattoo indicate anything? Finally, a huge diamond. Okay, well, now we can see why the stabbing and everything was happening. So, and you just showed them that like that. What if they were lying? But then, yeah, yeah. She might be dead. Would they just kill her? If I was a kidnapper, would I just kill him? I don't think I would. Because if I killed him, I wouldn't hold any leverage. Like, he'll just go to the police and they could just track it. To a certain degree. Well, they're gonna be able to pull a nice prank on him in the future if she becomes a regular character. Let's see which one. Body check or I'm trying to like see where I could pick out like what's suspicious here. Whether they're showing me something that is suspicious here. So much weapon and whatnot going on. They couldn't. It's probably him, honestly. The confusion. Just that. There are two people alongside the person that. Now he's like pantomiming, right? What's that all about? Spider? What was all that about, though? Like, you figure you would just... That was kind of weird. That was kind of weird. Hong Kong site promoter for the girly mode event. That was so weird. Straight up, that was really, really weird. This guy seemed like a complainer. That straight up just seemed like a complainer. Liu Ivy. Yeah. I don't even know you that much, and yeah, I agree with that. Alright, alright, alright. Yeah. Yeah. She looks exactly the same. Yeah. And their sizes are about the same. I'm trying to think. I don't think the old guys are involved. Yeah, those guys have guns pointing at everything. That's a prop, isn't it? Well. Alright. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. He's about to shoot like, I'm actually the mafia. And you don't know whether you're being watched or not. That's the key thing here. You don't know whether you're being watched or not. No. What's wrong with that, man? Ah. Look how guilty, like, this guy, he doesn't seem like a kidnapper to, well, he's involved, but to me he seems more like someone that was blackmailed. You're not gonna speak to him? I would have been very confrontational, like, yo, they kidnapped the stand and look alike. But that would be a huge gamble. So do I. I kind of want to rewatch like the first 2 minutes again because I wasn't really sure what was going on, and because I was so focused on like the details that I like didn't pay attention to like the standing characters in the background, which I'll go back to once the episode is finished. A butterfly. It's like. Oh, I dig this OST. Yeah, probably being given another mission. He's recording everything. He's recording everything. Don't tell me he's been poisoned. Poison dragon. Here's my immediate thought I'm gonna like this thing. Here's my immediate thought process. All right. Because I don't get this opportunity with Detective Conan where I can actually do like speculate. All right. Because I just don't have the opportunity. But here's my immediate thought process. Was the poison truly meant for him? And just him, of course. That's the key part. Just him. I don't know. Anyway, let's listen to this ending. Okay, well, so before the preview starts, let me pause it right here and go to the beginning again. Because as I said, I was so focused on like seeing whether there are any names or something. Grandson of my favorite, Nanase, Miyuki. I remember Miyuki. I didn't know the first name. Miyuki. The rest of the beginning was basically just a preview of the episode. I don't know why they do that. It's like, bro. So, all right. So it was basically. So I was so confused. I was like, what am I missing? But no, it actually turns out that. That's just a pre. I don't like when they do that. A preview to the episode. I don't know whether they just did that because it's the first episode or whether it's going to be a permanent thing. But let me. So this was 20 years ago. I forgot about that. But I want to see this scene again in more detail. Obviously, this was 20 years ago, so the characters here. They're doing a good job of hiding it. I think that's the woman. Looking at this black hair, I think that's the woman. I think that's the dresser woman. That's my. I should probably listen. If they were slick, they would probably like have a different voice actor that isn't the actual character's voice actor, just to make it ambiguous. But those two, I can't tell who those two are. So my immediate thought is that he's like the parent of Ran. Okay, okay, good. With how fast like the first part was going, I thought that I missed something, but no, it was just a preview for the rest of the episode. So this part I got. This part I pretty much got. Just that it was 20 years ago. I should have remembered that, which I didn't, but that's fine. First impressions. I'll be honest, I like it. I like mysteries. Straight up, Detective Conan. I know Detective Conan is a kind of a weird show where like the plot really doesn't advance until it like super quickly advances and it just doesn't advance again. But like Detective Conan for me is one of my favorite shows of all time. Straight up, it's one of my favorite shows of all time. I still follow it to this day. I started watching it when I was like 4, 5, 6, and I still follow it to this day because I enjoyed that much. It's that much of a good show, something that I respect so much. But I never got the opportunity to react to it or because I've stopped reading it after a certain period of time because a friend of mine is catching up very slowly, I should add, very slowly to Detective Conan, and I basically told him I'm not gonna read any more Conan until you catch up. I'm watching it with him. Well, I watched it with him. We haven't watched it in like 3 months now, but like I watched it with him. So I told him, I won't read any more Detective Conan until you're caught up, so we can both basically catch up. For me, the last 20 or so chapters. For him, obviously, he's currently at like episode 300. So I've not read Conan in like a year now. But it's something that I always thought about. Like I wanted to react to on this channel because I can like theorize and theory craft on what exactly is going on in Conan. So having a detective show like that in my repertoire is something I've always wanted, but I didn't have the opportunity or the chance to. With this right now, I do have the opportunity and the chance to. So right now, I'm thinking to myself, perfect, perfect. That's my first thought process. Now, I think we don't have enough. I don't think we have nearly enough information as of right now. I don't have the names on the top of my head, besides like the main characters, besides Kindaichi, Hajimari, and Nanase, Miyuki. And I think the other guy was called Saki, if I remember correctly. And obviously Ran. But my first thought is whether the poison was truly meant for that person. Whether the poison, I will get the names. The names to me, like even if you write them in the comments, generally like it takes me a good while to like get names. I need to not just see characters. I don't really get attached to like seeing characters that quickly, but it's more so that I need to get acquainted with the character itself, not his visual appearance. His visual, I can like tell them visually apart, but I can't tell them. I can't put a name to a visual face. I need to. The character needs to have an impression on me, basically. Like I need to be like, okay, this is that kind of character. Which is why the second we saw how Kindaichi acted, besides the fact that the show is called Kindaichi's Return, but like the second I saw how Kindaichi acted, I was like, okay, I know exactly what he's about. I can remember him now. That kind of thing, essentially. So from that perspective, right now I'm thinking to myself, okay, we don't have enough information. Clearly this was like kind of like a setup. I don't know whether this whole season is going to be about this specific thing or whether it's going to be like 2 or 3 episodes on this specific case. We know that Kindaichi is a genius. That is one thing that we know. Hajimari, I should probably say. That he is a genius. Potentially IQ of 180. His grandfather was a detective. These are all things to me that scream, okay, good impression. Good first impression. Overall, I like the OST in this. It was very mysterious, also very good. The opening was okay. The ending was okay. But like the actual OST of the show was great. The opening, ending, I'm probably have to listen to it a few more times to really make a proper impression on it. To get a proper impression on it. But so far, I'll just say it was okay. But I did really enjoy the OST, the general OST, the general music in the show. Like while you know the mystery was going on, while you know dark things were happening, while it was set in a lighter tone. These kind of things I very much appreciate and very much like. As I said, I don't think I have enough information to really make an accurate guess right now, so I will refrain from it until I get more information. In a way, I almost feel like I'm gonna pause while I'm watching the show. I almost want to pause the episode, just like get my thoughts out. But that would make it horrible and very difficult for all of you to sing, so I won't do that. But what I will say though, ladies and gentlemen, is that maybe I can do that in the future. If I like say, okay, I'm gonna stop at 14 minutes in, and then so you lot are prepared to stop it at that time frame. I don't know whether that would work or not. Because with a show like this, with like where like there's so much mystery going on, I kind of want to stop it and then like talk about what I think, get my thoughts out before the solution is out, that kind of thing. But again, I don't know whether this is going to be a season-long mystery or whether that's just going to be a 1-episode-long mystery. So I guess that's even, I guess that's not really even a point discussing that. But as I said, though, ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna get more reactions today, as of right now, you can do so on patreon.com/MrXReact. Besides that, though, I will be seeing you all in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day, peace out, and as always, bye. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please be sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to check out Patreon to get 1 week early access as well as full length. Until next time, everybody, peace out and have a nice day.